Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nyla and this is LC Trades. So, if you do not know what a candlestick is and you do not know what you're looking at in the market, how to understand the trend, you're basically trading without context. So today, you have finally found me. I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. So we are no longer gambling on our trades, randomly hoping to win, and wishing on a star. That's what I'm here for. So today, in this video, we are going to be learning about what a candlestick is and how to identify a trend so that you can have those beautiful, beautiful high probability trade setups and start making money in the market. Let's hop into the video. Alrighty guys, so I've already took the liberty of reading you guys a nice, beautiful picture here. So Japanese candlesticks is what they're called. And this is pretty much how they show up on every single chart. You have a body and you have wicks. That's it. It's simple enough, but it's understanding exactly what the body and the wicks mean. So let's break this down a little simpler. For bullish candles, right, the close is always going to be above the open. Vice versa. For bearish candles, the open is always going to be above the close. So understanding that is understanding pretty much the difference between a bullish and a bearish candlestick. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how they operate, right? And then we're going to break down exactly what the wicks and the body mean. So let me get a different tool right now. So when a bullish candle opens, it looks something like this, right? It looks like a thin line. What happens is it drops a little bit because you have sellers that are starting to push price down. However, then what happens? The buyers come in and they're like, oh, nah, we can't have that happen. So we start to go all the way up here to that high. And then what happens is sellers come back, take a little bit of control, and it closes right there. All of that happens in real time. This is real time. You can find any of these candlesticks on any time frame. Then what we have here are going to be wicks, right? So this is where price previously went, but it couldn't close at these parts. Why? Because sellers and buyers, they argue and they fight all the time. That's exactly why. Vice versa, right? When we have a bearish candle, on the other hand, it opens like this, very thin line, very thin. What we do first is we get up there because the buyers are like, oh, nah, we in control. We got this. And the sellers say, actually, that's a dub. That's not happening. We start to go all the way down here. We get that low. The buyers come back in and they close it at this level. So basically the body is the full blown closure. That is where price has closed on whatever time frame you're looking at. This happens on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, hour. I could go on and on. This happens every single time frame. We have buyers and sellers fighting each other. Now, the higher the time frame, usually it's more beneficial because you're really getting a grasp and understanding exactly what's happening in the market. So let me make sure I draw these wicks out. Wicks are going to demonstrate where price was. That's very important. You need to understand what a wick is because it shows you exactly where price trailed to or fell off from. It's basically an opportunity where price can get to, but it wasn't able to hold there. So it had to close beneath that. So let's delete this here. Delete all this stuff now. And we can actually, there we go. So I just want to say for the record too, not every candlestick is going to look like these perfect ones right here. There's some bullish candlesticks that are going to look like this, right? Oops. Sorry, we start down here. There are some bullish candlesticks that are going to look just like this. We opened, sellers came, started pushing price down. Well, guess what? The buyers came back, started pushing price back up. Oh man, then what happened again? Sellers say, nah, that's not happening. There are some that are going to close literally, boom, just like this. And I keep bringing up time frames because they close differently on every time frame. 5 minutes going to close every 5 minutes. 15 minutes going to close every 15 minutes. 30 minutes every 30 minutes. And it goes on and on as you build up. So This is what price will look like if we had a closure all the way down there. Now, why does it look like this? Because there's a point where sellers started pushing price down. However, the buyers were stronger than them and started pushing price back up. But then the sellers came and pushed price all the way back down here. So you need to understand exactly where, like, look, remember I said price came all the way up here and then it dropped all the way back down because the sellers were here? Still makes it a bullish candlestick. Let me make it blue if that like helps a little bit, I guess. Make that blue. So it still shows that price was up there, but it shows the trail. And the wicks are very important to know because as you continue your journey of learning how to trade, you need to know exactly where price previously was. And say this was on the daily time frame. You go down on the 5, 10, 15, 30 minute, you go down on the lower time frames, and there's actually something called a wick fill where on the lower time frames, this may be how the daily looks and how the daily close, but on the lower time frames, it's going to look something like this, right? It's going to look like this. Make this a little smaller. It's going to look something like this. I'm going to try and draw it as realistic as possible. I'm going to fix it as well. Like I said, I need you guys to get a good understanding of this visually. So this would be a red, and this would be a red. And sorry that I don't have the wicks joined out in there, but maybe I should have done that before I started the video. But this is kind of what price is going to look like on a lower time frame. And all of that is going to represent everything that happened on this daily time frame. This is what your hour time frame may look like, your 30-minute time frame may look like. This noise right here is representing exactly what happened and what made this candle close all the way down here or go to this price, push all the way up. It just, everything is kind of going to make sense as you continue to learn. Now, vice versa for the sellers, right? Delete this. It's going to look the exact same way, except now that you got the concept, I'm not really going to sit here and draw out the thing anymore. So you'll have a moment where price opens like this. The buyers start to push it up. The sellers say, nah, we're going to take control. We're not having that. Comes all the way down here. But guess what? The buyers are back in control. They'll push it all the way here. However, we cannot forget that there was a point where price was down here. There was a point where price was up here. That is why wicks are very important to understand because it's going to, again, like I repeated for the 30th time, is going to show you where price previously was. And you can make a killing off of knowing that. You can win just knowing that alone. However, what I will say, delete that, is that you cannot just use wicks alone to get into a buy or a sell. You cannot just use all of that stuff. What really matters is the body. The body of the candle matters because that's literally where price opened and closed. That is the strongest position of the candle. The wicks just show you where price previously was, but the body is what held price. It has a open, it has a close. That is it. That is stamped in time and history, all that. Like once a candle is created, you can't unmake the candle. It's officially there forever, forever. So bodies matter more than wicks. However, what matters more is understanding how to use them on a real chart. So now we're just going to hop into understanding the trend. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Perfect. So for this one, I'm not going to get a picture because I'm going to like actually like draw it out with you guys and explain it, right? So in trading, we have structure, right? We have higher, highs and higher lows. Okay, her lows, got it. Higher lows. So this, I'm going to break it down very simply for you guys. Higher highs and higher lows are only talking about bullish trends. That's it. Bullish. That means that the market is going up. If I'm saying higher highs and higher lows, the market better be going up, right? And it should look something like this. High, low, high, low, high. So let's break it down even simpler, right? I'm going to mark these out for you guys. There we go. There. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Alrighty. Why are they called higher highs and higher lows? This high right here, let me get my real tool out, my demonstration tool. This high is higher than this high right here. And then what happens? This high is higher than this high right here. The explanation is in the name itself, like literally. It's just highs being higher than the previous high. That's all. Vice versa. We go to higher lows. This low is higher than this low right here. Like literally, it's simple. It's so simple, but it's so strategic. And many traders just forget about the fundamentals of understanding the trend. They just want to hop into the market. They just look at it. They're like, oh, it's going up. So no, this is what's going to help you break down trends and understand. Maybe it's a break of structure. Maybe it's a continuation. Maybe it's a reversal. You need to mark up your charts like this to understand that. So let's do the same thing. Let's move this over. And let's do the same thing for a downturn. Now, this is also, I will say, where most traders are going to get a little confused because the verbiage is the same. It's just switched in the opposite direction. So, and let me just put here that this is for bullish trend. Guys, make sure if you are learning and you are new here, please get a notebook, take a screenshot of this. This is very important, very fundamental. All right, we're going to do the same thing for a bearish trend. All right, so a bearish trend consists of lower lows and lower highs. I feel like the easiest way for me to, oh, why is it? You don't need to be bold. All right. I feel like, actually, I'll say that at the end. So for bearish, this is what the trend is going to look like. Just going to make it red so it looks, okay. It looks a little weird. All right, whatever. Okay. I wish I was live so you guys can tell me exactly how I'm about to mark this up. But it's the same thing as the bullish trend. And remember, lower lows and lower highs, I should only be talking about a bearish trend. I should only be talking about sells. Lower low is a lower high. And let's just, oh, perfect. I love when it does that. All right. So let's break this down. This low, no, sorry, let's start, oh, missed one. There we go. This low, right? Oh, wait. This low is lower than this low right here. And this low right here is lower than this low right here. That's why it's called a lower low. Isn't that like mind blowing? It's not, but it's literally just simple as ever to understand. Now, this lower high is lower. No, sorry, this lower high right here is lower than this lower high right here. this lower high is longer than this lower high up here. We obviously don't know what's happening everywhere else up here, but for demonstration purposes, this lower high is lower than this lower high. That's it. That's it. So it looks simple, but when we go to chart form, sorry, it starts to look a little different. So honestly, the way that I understand it, lower highs and lower lows and higher lows, because it gets confusing. Like when I was a younger trader, I may be saying, I'm talking about a bearish trend and I'm talking about higher lows. Talking about a bullish trend, I'm talking about lower highs. It's like that. They don't coincide. They are not the same thing. So what helped me is honestly, for the bullish, everything starts with an H. Everything starts with that E doing with an H. I wish I could make this H bold. Wait, can I? Wait, can I? Whatever. And for bearish trends, everything starts with a L. That's simple. Take a screenshot, put this in your notes. That's how you're going to remember everything. Oh, when I'm talking about sells, lower highs, lower lows. Okay. Am I saying the L's properly? Yes, I am. Perfect. I'm talking about sells. When I'm talking about the bullish trend, everything starts with an H. Higher lows, higher highs. That's it. That's how simple it is. And it may seem like, oh, Nyla, I got it. Yeah, that's cool. But no, when you get into the real market, when you start getting into a market like this, and I may ask you in a live session, or I may ask you if you are ever in person with me or anything, mostly a live session. I may say, hey guys, mark this up for me. Mark this whole thing up for me right here. I want to see the higher highs and the higher lows specifically. That's when it gets important, because you marking this up, as you can practice and you should be practicing, but what really matters is understanding it first, understanding why we're even talking about higher highs and higher lows. Now in the next video, I will be getting into chart work and having you break down and understand exactly what makes a higher high and what makes a higher low. When does a higher high become higher high? When does it become a higher low? How do I know if it's reversing? How do I know if it's retracing? Like, all of that stuff matters as long as you know this trend right here. So, like I said, take a screenshot. Also, oh, I think I deleted the damn picture of the candlesticks. Go back in the video, take a screenshot of that, draw it out in your notebook, put it in your notes, whatever you have to do. Understand that. And in the next video, we'll get more into depth on how we use those candlesticks to identify trends. Okay? Okay. So, on that note, alrighty guys, so in today's video, we sat and we understood exactly how price action works through candlesticks and trends. It's important that you know who is in control of the market, the sellers, the buyers, where did they push price to, where did it open, where did it close through candlesticks. And it's important to learn our higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. Rewatch this video as many times as you need to, because in the next video, I will be going over a live chart, step by step, about how we are going to identify higher highs, higher lows, and how our candlesticks affect all of that stuff. So if this video helped you, please just hit that subscribe button. I would love it. The next video is going to make everything come together. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.